Welcome back, guys. Quentin's here. It's been a while since I dropped a AMC video, so I thought I'd give a update. Been busy, but got time today. So here, giving a AMC weekly wrap up. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys. So today it is February 1st on a Sunday, 2026. And AMC right here, you can see right off the bat, we got earnings this month here on Tuesday 24th. So interesting stuff there. So on Friday we closed the day at $1.39. You can see we got a monthly close, another red candle, making it four consecutive red months in a row. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop down the time frames, do a technical analysis, and I'm gonna be looking at the potential squeeze plays that we can be seeing moving here forward. So I'm gonna actually drop all the way down to the 4-hour, taking a look at the EMAs. So you can see it's been respecting this 50 moving average. You got one hit there, and then this other hit right here, and right here back in the 1st of December of 2025. And so since October we have been bearish. Here back in October we have been bearish, been under this 50 moving average. So you could see that we had this liquidity zone, this order block zone here. So it did break that, and it looks like we are starting to move forward. We had a decent hammer candle here closing on Friday. So this actually is not a bad thing to see. I didn't think it would go this low. I thought right here, you could see as my previous technical analysis, that we would break this trend line only to continue moving forward. I didn't think we would sell off this much. However, that's actually not a bad thing. So you could see, it cleared out all the orders here. So what we definitely want to see is us shifting back upward. So I'll go ahead and go to the 15-minute time frame, paint the picture for you guys. You could see we closed the 15-minute candle with the bullish engulfing candle right here, so that's definitely good to see there. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint the picture here for you guys. So Monday market open, we definitely want to see some continued movement to the upside. So I'm going to get my path tool here. So you want to see some continuation, maybe breaking back and then getting above this 50 moving average on the 15-minute time frame, break, retest, and then going back to its direction, and then getting back to this trend that we got having right here, getting back into that direction. Definitely what we want to see, a very critical week here for AMC, and a very critical month. Now I'm going to go ahead and play this clip right here of Adam Aaron saying, he has something huge going for AMC, either January or February. January, we didn't get none of the news, so we can expect to see that here on February. So I'm going to go ahead and jump and go to that.
Earlier today, yesterday, I talked to an important executive about maybe live streaming concerts into our theaters around the country, because we have the capability right now to take, at 277 of our 540 US theaters, we can actually live broadcast into a theater. So that's an interesting idea. The biggest idea I'm working on, I can't talk to you about.
Really? Oh yeah, you can. We're amongst friends.
Not till January or February.
Super Bowl?
No, it's not sports.
Okay.
But if we can pull this one off, this is a really amazing idea, but we haven't pulled it off yet.
Clip with Adam Aaron, very interesting, So I mean, I think we are setting up for something huge here in February. You know, I feel like everything is lining up. You know, especially that we got earnings this, you know, towards the end of the month. So that's what I expect to see here moving forward, something along the lines of this right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk, you know, potential squeeze plays that we got going. Now we are currently in the full moon. Now full moons are local bottoms, new moons local tops. As you could see right here, we're up in this area only to sell off. But the good news is the full moon is here. You know, if we take a look here at the broader markets, you know, a lot of stuff was red. If we go right here, currently Bitcoin here at 77,000, Solana at $101. You know, a lot of stuff is, you know, dropping 10 cents right here for Dogecoin. So, you know, a lot of stuff is dropping, you know, the metals right here, gold, silver, you could see silver down 26% on Friday, gold down 9%. So a lot of the stuff over broader markets have been selling off. However, if we look at GME here, up $4.69 on Friday. So that's actually, you know, pretty good to see there that, you know, the broader markets have been selling off. However, GME and AMC, you know, holding up. AMC up 1.46%. So that's actually not bad. You know, it's holding up. You know, I think we are setting up for something huge here. So I'm going to go ahead and now go on to the next segment, showing the potential squeeze plays that we can have moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and mute this so we can get a better picture here. So here, looking at the 4-hour time frame, you know, a lot of times when we have these huge sell-offs right here, you know, we get a nice movement to the upside. So none of this is financial advice, but in my personal opinion, it is inevitable that we see, you know, we get a nice good rally moving here forward. So you could see here on the full moon, you could see it is potentially where we could be at here. You know, we could potentially get a rally. And here I always say it, after the new moon, we get a sell-off, fake out, and then we get a potential, you know, squeeze moving forward, as you could see here. Beautiful squeeze there. Now I'm going to go back all the way to the time when AMC had a huge squeeze, you know, the holy grail right here. So on the first leg, you could see we had this setup. We have the full moon right here, rallied up here, new moon, sell off, and then we get our squeeze. And the same thing here. Got a full moon right here, coiling up, movement to the upside. We get our new moon, fake out to the low, and then we get our movement. But here, the holy grail right here, the mother squeeze right here, we got the full moon, new moon, same thing right here, new moon, you know, selling, get the retail sellers in the wrong direction to sell, only to get the mother squeeze here. You know, absolutely gorgeous there. Right here. Squeezes typically happen after this new moon. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Dogecoin just to give another example of this. You know, this is not just for AMC. This is for all the stocks, crypto, you name it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Dogecoin. So if we take a look here at Dogecoin, you know, this is a nice picture perfect example. This was back in October 2022. So this was about, you know, 3 years ago. So right here, you know, we got our full moon. It just basically was consolidating. Again, I always say it, after this new moon, this is when we get our squeezes. You know, it made people potentially, think that it was going to sell off, given the fact that it's a new moon, only to reverse and get, a crazy squeeze here for Dogecoin. And I'm telling you, I think this following new moon that we are going to get in AMC, I think that is when we potentially get our squeeze. So here that we are currently on the full moon, currently at the moment, I don't think we will be squeezing just like, as of yet. However, I think we are setting up for a nice rally. But this new moon, that's coming up, really think that we can get a nice, beautiful squeeze. I mean, you take a look at this right here, this nice or crazy sell-off right here. Retail sellers losing hope. I'm sure a lot of retail sellers have had enough of AMC and now, have been selling their positions. But take a look at this huge sell-off, and then again, we get back to this squeeze that happened back in May of 2024. Same kind of concept here, huge sell-off, only to reverse up to the upside, but I always say it, until we get, above these moving averages on the higher time frames, that's when AMC will officially flip bullish. So currently, as of yet, AMC is definitely not bullish. It has been, obviously strong bearish. But once we can be moving up to this above the 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, or even better on the daily time frame, that's when AMC will officially flip bullish. So you could just see it's been a constantly rejection, this area. So that's 1, 2, and now 3. So we got a strong trend to the downside, only to reverse to the upside. When this trend is obvious, that's when you get your strong reversals. So just to go ahead and wrap up this video, I'm going to go ahead and go to the technicals on AMC. So if we go to the technicals right here, you could see for the daily time frame, you got sales. This is according to the EMAs. So you got sales on the analyst ratings. You got a neutral. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the forecast here. So right here we got 2 strong buys, 6 holds, and 1 strong sell, giving an overall analyst rating right here of neutral based on 9 analysts giving stock ratings in the past 3 months. So right here, this is a 1-year forecast according to this. So shows, the low being $1.36, the average being at $2.22, and the max being at $4.50. Now if we can get to that $4.50, that would be really good. Would be well above those moving averages on the higher time frames. So I mean, once we could be above those moving averages, we are bullish from there. So again, I appreciate you guys watching this video. This is my AMC prediction. As stated, none of this is financial advice. Wish you all the best with all your investments here in 2026. And we'll catch you all on the next one. Take care.